Say you will wade out into the water. Breathe in, breathe out with me. You'd be the words to an unwritten song. I feel the melody. Don't let your lips be still. Say you will.
Awesome. Thank RI and Special Olympics, big event coming up Sunday, April 24th in West Greenwich to benefit Special Olympics. And Billy Gilman is here.
How are you?
Star. 8 years old, you were paying taxes?
Yeah, it was my first paying job. 8 years old, I was doing the North Stonington Fair in Connecticut. So yeah, I'm no stranger
To paying the big
papers.
bucks.
I don't know about those big bucks
Well,
then, but...
well, I'm guessing there's been quite a few big bucks. Good to see you. You are on what stage right now with your career? Are you recording?
Oh, recording.
This
Yep.
is new.
This is a brand new song called
new.
"Say You Will." It's about a year old.
It's awesome.
That's the very first song that I've released that has been co-written by me, other than another charity single. So yeah, it's exciting to lend my voice to more than
First,
just...
that was co-written because the others
were written by, staff writers on the record labels or whatnot. But then as you get older, people tend to believe you more, and you've had a little experience, so they allow you to write some songs.
All this time you've been singing other people's lyrics.
Correct. I mean, what am I going to say as a
12-year-old? By the way. We'll fight through the roof as we go here. Yeah, as a 12-year-old, I'm going to say, hey, I need my own voice.
Exactly.
Well, it's your own voice, but now you feel like you're finding your own voice in your old age, right?
Yeah, my old age. But it's great that they're believing in it and want to release it, and with all the social media, it's easier to get it out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not all just radio.
All right. And you're doing some good work for the Special Olympics with this thing coming up, correct?
Yes, very excited. This coming Sunday.
All right, good. Hold your thumb. When we come back, we'll tell you about it. We'll also bring on the boss of the Special Olympics and have some fun. Don't go anywhere.
Picture this, me and you, little house with a Rembrandt view of this country town as the sun drops down.
Good stuff. I'm just thinking about the break. I'm not, I can't bring it back up. We'll get distracted. Dennis, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing great.
Good
man.
to see you. Dennis
Good to see you
Jeeves
as
from
well.
Special Olympics. He's no stranger to the broadcast. Nice having a big hitter involved and getting some action. Huh?
You're not kidding. When Billy signed on to do this benefit concert, we were just blown away. To have him lend his voice to the great things we're doing at Special Olympics, it's wonderful. And I know Sunday is going to be a tremendous day, not only for Billy, but for our cause and for our organization. And it'll be a great fundraising effort for us.
Yeah, sure. It is this Sunday. Oh my gosh, it's the 18th, right? It's this Sunday, the 24th. April is just...
It's actually crazy. I was thinking the same thing today. Right? How fast April's going.
Right. So while we want to talk more about the Special Olympics, but tell people, where have you been hanging out as the native kid and source of so much pride here?
I'm always in the 401.
Oh, yeah?
I don't. Hopefully, you never know with new career endeavors, but I plan on never moving. I'm proud to be from this state, and so I always come back. I've been in Nashville a lot, working on projects and songwriting and a lot of concerts. We got a lot of shows coming up this year as well, all over Ohio, Kentucky, California, and then a possible. Very interesting. I can't say anything yet. My parents don't even. I can't even tell it to them. But a very interesting career.
Nobody watches the show anyway.
I can. For the next coming months, it could be very interesting for the career. So, very busy. No complaints.
How about that one?
I have to fluff it off.
You'll have to stay tuned to the career.
Yeah. Hopefully, anyway.
No burnout. No exhaustion over the course of time. Having started so young.
In moments, but not. When at 18 months old, I have recordings of me singing the Jeopardy theme. It's just what is for me. So I think if it's something that was instilled in you and was given from a higher source, it will always be present. I don't think you can ignore it. So you always get tired. There are sometimes when you're on.
The singing is the joy. The business of the joy is somewhat can be up and down. Right?
Very up and down.
You want to give us a Jeopardy tune, by the way?
Yeah. Alex Trebek. Da, da, da. How am I going to say the Jeopardy theme?
Come on. People on the couch are going, come on, we'll sing it at least.
They should have words to it. Ba, ba, da, 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 da. I'm not doing that on Sunday.
I actually use that theme on the radio when I'm going to say something provocative that kids in the car should not hear anymore. I play that.
That's smart.
But what I'd like to do is use your version. You know?
I can record it.
Why are you helping these guys out?
I think it's an amazing thing. I was approached a few months back, towards the end of last year, and I said instantly yes. I lend my voice to, I'm in a great advantage. I can use my voice and it can be heard a little louder than maybe most voices, just because of my social media and my career. So I've always, even at 12 and 13 years old, felt it important to realize how amazing of a life I have and to give and pay it forward and to give back as much as I can. And it just so happens that this amazing opportunity stays within our boundaries, within the 401. So it's pretty exciting to do a hometown benefit.
Yeah, you do pretty good.
Not bad.
Your organization,
Not bad.
Mr. DeJesus, has carved out not only a niche that people recognize in general, but in Rhode Island, you guys have done pretty good, yes?
We're blessed. We have a number of outstanding corporate sponsors, a lot of individual giving. Hats off to Bank RI, who will be sponsoring our event on Sunday. And I've got to say that over the years, we've been very, very fortunate. No black marks, no scandals, nothing to really hurt us as an organization. And I think people realize that when you're working with people with intellectual disabilities, they deserve opportunities. They deserve chances. They deserve the opportunity that all of us have had over our lifetime. And it wasn't that way 30, 40, 50 years ago. But what we're seeing is once given an opportunity, whether it's on the athletic fields, whether it's in school, workplace, once given an opportunity, they'll take it, they'll run with it, and they'll succeed with it. So I think our athletes have made this organization the organization that it is by their presence in our community.
Rhode Island has such a self-deprecating approach to so many things, but on the flip side, I think your organization is one of those things that personifies maxing out the community's relationship. I mean, you can never say you're maxed out, but you've really been able to wring out a lot of love out of the place.
Really, and our chairman of our board, SOI, Special Olympics International, Tim Shriver, he is adamant that he does not want it to be a feel-good organization. But he wants it an organization where people demand that they have the right to certain things, and we should be demanding those rights. Healthcare is a huge issue within our community, and many doctors, physicians throughout our country do not know how to treat someone with an intellectual disability.
So what are you telling me? It's more empathy than sympathy?
Yeah. And what our athletes, they don't want the sympathy. They don't want, they're this or they're that. They don't want that. They want to be treated as an equal.
And they're also some of the happiest human beings I know.
Oh, there's no doubt. They have no boundaries. They have no boundaries. And they're about acceptance, inclusion, and respect. That's what they're after every single day. That's what they fight for. And they don't want that sympathy. But there are times where they are demanding of services and demanding of opportunities that have not been presented to them. So our CEO likes to say it's a revolution. It's probably the largest social movement in the history of the world that started in the backyard of Mrs. Shriver back in 1968. 4 million athletes in 169 countries today. Think about how much this has grown since 1968. It's an amazing story.
Yeah,
it really is.
Impressive. And we'll talk to you about what the calendar looks like when we come back. Stay with us.
I'll be the melody. Don't let your legs be still. Don't let your legs be still. Say you will. Say you will.
5 degrees that day?
5 degrees that day. But we'd have to do certain parts of the video in like 10-second intervals and stop the playback because because it was literally like frostbite.
It adds to it.
Yeah, it adds. They wanted to get rid of the breath. They wanted to
No,
like edit it
it's
out. I'm like,
cool.
no. Let them feel bad.
Let them feel.
Let them feel bad. I'm doing it for them. It's enjoying it in their couch or
That
under
is
their
amazing.
covers.
Dennis and I were just lamenting 27 years of age, yet a veteran of 20 years in the business. So you hold the Guinness Book of World Records for the youngest, fill in the blank.
The youngest country artist to have a #1 record on Billboard.
That is amazing.
It's kind of, it's something.
It's amazing. 20
crazy.
years.
Yeah.
He has so much more to give. Think about
Right.
that. I mean, at 27.
We're out of gas.
We're
Yeah.
done. It's
Gee.
done.
Yeah.
But he's got so much more to give.
It is, it's incredible. Does it get in your head a little bit about that juxtaposition of being such a young man, but having such veteran experience in a business, which is a very tough business?
Yeah, but because it changes so drastically, so often, like even when I first started releasing records on a national level, that was not that many years ago, and to think how much the industry has changed.
For the good or for the better? I mean, for the good or for the worse?
I would honestly say there's probably better people than I to be of the major opinion, but I think a lot of it is for the better because there are so many avenues that people have now that would never have had the opportunity to reach the masses. It was all radio at that one point, or a music video on CMT, or Jay Leno's Tonight Show. That was it. Now there's so many avenues to be heard, and I just think it's great. There's always ways that could be better.
It's a pure read, the financial opportunities, though. In so many ways, we have so many more media outlets, we have so many more opportunities to get a voice, but monetizing it is not necessarily the easiest thing in the world to do.
Absolutely, and there are a lot of avenues in which the artist had a lot of control over, but because of the illegal downloading and all the piracy and all of that, some of the big organizations can't keep up with it, and they control a little bit more of your personal than what they were just originally had planned to make. So yeah, they dip into a little bit more because it's tough for these big companies to keep up with this fast growing. It's very nimble. A kid on this couch could be on YouTube and have 50 million views. It
Crazy.
kind of plays with the Sony's heads a little bit.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Hey, listen, West Greenwich will be the site for this Sunday's concert. Details?
Doors will open at 3:00 p.m. It's general admission. 5 o'clock the show will begin. And again, hats off to Bank RI. Hats off to Billy
Yes.
Gilman for supporting the great athletes of Special Olympics Rhode Island. We're very
Excited.
grateful. Very grateful.
All the details, of course, will be on foxprovidence.com. If you want to go to our website, we always drive. See, the new social media, I can't tell anybody in a graphic. I have to tell them to go to foxprovidence.com and drive the social media, see?
Listen,
Young producers, young stars, drive it to social
I'm
media.
of the exception though. I didn't understand why I had to tell people I'm going to get a ham sandwich.
On Twitter.
I didn't get it, and everyone's like,
Well,
just
please
do what you
stop.
need
Don't
to do it.
Are you doing it?
I have
I
to.
don't care about your ham sandwich.
Yeah, I know you don't, but it's funny how people do.
Honestly. Yeah, there is an audience for that trivial nonsense.
It just
isn't there?
blows my mind.
Right. Did you have a ham sandwich today?
No, I had chicken salad.
How was your chicken salad?
Good.
Oh, don't worry, I'll read it on Twitter. Good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you.
Appreciate
Thank you for
it.
having
What a
us.
great thing. Thanks for contributing, and
It's gonna be a good day.
we'll swing you
Sunday.
back, come
Excellent.
URI time, right?
Yeah, that'd be great.
In June.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, love that. Love that opportunity.
All right, get to the concert this Sunday, and we'll check in with Special Olympics as the season commences, as the athletes prepare for competition. Correct?
Great.
Our last word, Mr. Back.